Yeah, we definitely, you know, had a frustrating week this past race at New Hampshire, and we salvaged a decent finish considering how frustrating it was and how the car actually was performing throughout the day. So that gives me a little bit of confidence that, you know, even if things aren't going quite well, we can still get a decent enough run to keep ourselves in the hunt. And I feel like we're still in the hunt. Obviously, there's some teams that have shown a lot of strength over the last couple of weeks, but we're not giving up, and there's a lot of racing left, a lot of adversity the guys are going to go through, and hopefully we can, you know, maximize these 8 remaining races and capitalize on you know, some you know, unfortunate things happening to some other teams and put ourselves back in the hunt. I mean, this thing can turn around in you know, in a week or two, and we could be right back up in the middle of the battle up front. So we just got to keep working hard to give ourselves that opportunity if that opportunity arises.
Thank you. And today's Twitter question comes from Kim Rogers 1990. She asks, other than your win at Michigan, which race this year has been the most fun for you?
That's a good question. There's been a lot of good times. You know, I've had a lot of fun throughout the year. I can't really say that there's one race that stands out beyond the win, but you know, there's been some races that have been fun. We've had some good finishes and drove some really good race cars. Had some cars that have been you know, a lot of fun to drive. So it's hopefully you know, hopefully there's a win or two more before the season's over with, and we'll go into Homestead with an opportunity to still be in the championship chase, and you know, we'll just have to see how it goes.
So lastly, you said that in order to win the championship, you guys need to get some wins. What specifically, if anything, needs to get better on your team or in your cars for you to be able to go out and win some races in these final 8?
Well, we've got you know, the cars have been pretty close. You know, aside from this past weekend, I was just you know, we still finished 13th, but I felt like the car was nowhere near where it needed to be as far as rolling the center of the corner. My car just, when I get in the middle of the corner, the car wouldn't roll the center at all, wouldn't turn at all. The front tires just slid all the way through the center of the corner. And I couldn't get into the gas as soon as I needed to and exit the corner and get down the straightaway. So, you know, we need to recognize and acknowledge those issues a little bit better in practice, and maybe it really, I'm telling you, the secret is the practice session itself and how you utilize that time. If NASCAR gives you an hour or 2 hours or whatever, how you utilize that time to put changes into your car that you need to make, that you need to know what kind of results you know, what kind of fruit they bear. And how you utilize that practice really determines what kind of race car you put out on the racetrack on Sunday. And I felt like that we struggled this weekend on Friday and on Saturday, maximizing our opportunities in practice to learn about our car and improve our car. Our car wasn't perfect, but there were a lot of teams at that race this past weekend that didn't have perfect cars, that worked on them in practice and did more than we did. They accomplished more than we accomplished in that time. And I feel like that's where we might have stubbed our toe that led to the performance we had on Sunday.